Bishop Highway, call 439-4444, WhatsApp 534-7755 or visit caribjet.com.
Get ready for one powerful night of worship, song, and praise as Coral Lee Holdings presents Sinach. Sinach live in worship at the Grenada National Stadium. Sunday, June 5th, starting time 5 p.m. along with special guest artists from South Africa, Benny Mwepu. And worshipper Brandon Finch from New York. Dress code all white. Early bird specials $60. VIP early bird ticket specials $250. Special fares for churches are available. Children half price at the door. All churches and denominations are invited. Let us all come together for a night of prayer and worship unto God as we thank God for His mercies towards us and our nation. For more information, contact 419-3645. Sunday, June 5th, Grenada National Stadium. Sinach, Benny Mwepu, and Brandon Finch.
Are you ready for more track and field action? Then the National Lottery Authority sponsored Whitsuntide Games 2022 is on Saturday, June 4th at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. Track and field action starts at 12:30 p.m. Admission, adults pay $15, children under 12 pay $10. To get this track and field action, you gotta be at the Karani James Athletic Stadium, June 4th at 12:30 p.m. for the Whitsuntide Games, sponsored by Lotto.
Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50-plus car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
The following.
Hello and welcome to the MTV Evening News for Friday, the 3rd of June. Coming up, another St. Andrew family left homeless following an early morning fire. Concerns raised over the dilapidated Grenville Old Church, which poses a threat to residents. The Sisterhood of Pity Martinique comes alive this weekend with their annual Whitsuntide Regatta. And in sport, 3 students from the St. Andrews Anglican Secondary School are recipients of sports scholarships. Now, have details to those and other stories coming up for you, along with the public forecast information after the break. So, of course, stay with us.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Do more with your new GUT Credit Union Visa debit card, which gives you access to your cash at any Connex or Visa certified ATMs locally and internationally. Make your payments with a tap of your card using the contactless feature and have the freedom to make purchases locally, online, or overseas whenever you travel, anywhere Visa is accepted. Experience the enhanced security fraud protection through the Visa chip technology. If you don't have your new GUT Credit Union Visa International debit card, speak to anyone of our representatives today to do more. Your new GUT Credit Union Visa International debit card, a smarter way to access your cash. More smart, more secure.
Good evening, I'm Tony Julian with the details. Very tragically, another fire has destroyed the home of one St. Andrew woman, with others in the immediate vicinity also affected. Also, residents in the area have expressed disappointment with the response by the Grenville Fire Department. But let's get more in this report from Troy Gill.
Kendall Murray, also known as Ripe Fig, from Mount Horn St. Andrews, lost her home to a raging fire during the wee hours of Friday morning. MTV News took its cameras to the scene and spoke with the mother of two, a 2-month-old girl and a 14-year-old boy, who said she is grateful that they made it to safety.
I was sleeping and smelling something just burning. I get up after I go back and sleep again. And when I sleeping, my 2 months baby, I wake me up because she was crying for the breast. And then when I get up, I hear something about packs. And then when I just see the house just way in the room, just lighting a fire. And then I had them get by she foot, I had them pull out on the bed by she foot. And then I run inside the next room and I just had them give me son and we just run out. I just had to bawl for help and things.
She said they lost all their possessions in the fire.
Yeah, I lost all my clothes and I have nothing to put on. My stove go, my fridge, everything gone, my TV. I have nothing to watch, I have nothing to put on me. Thank God for life, thank God I saved my 2 kids, because we could have born. So I want people to come out and pray for me, and just keep on praying for me and my son and my daughter.
However, one gentleman in the area said he was disappointed with the response by the Grenville Fire Department.
But the longest while they said they called the fire brigade, and there was no appearance. I find it was so strange. And when it finally came, you end up bouncing or colliding with the telephone utility pole across there, which is so wrong. Get a smaller truck for the countryside, if ever. It is too long for up here.
2 other houses in close proximity belonging to family members was also affected. However, the wooden structure belonging to Murray was totally destroyed. She confirmed that several individuals promised assistance, including NNP candidate for the area Delma Thomas and Gloria Thomas of the NDC. For MTV News, Troy Gill.
Residents in Coquille Road, Grenville, meanwhile, have expressed concerns over the historic remains of the Grenville Old Church, which appears to be falling apart and which may pose a hazard for residents in the area.
There has been circulating on social media videos of pieces of the bell tower of the remains of the old Catholic church near Coquille Road, Grenville, falling to the ground, startling residents in the area on Thursday evening. Although no one was injured, residents have been calling on the authorities to look into the matter. MTV News reached out to President of the Grenada National Trust, Daryl Brathwaite, who said there is not much aid coming into the country towards the preservation of such monuments.
It means now that we have to help ourselves. And we have to look around at what we want to preserve and decide what is worth preserving. Now, if we don't have enough money to preserve everything, that's okay. I mean, life, you have to make hard choices and compromises. But the thing is that there has to be some discussion. There has to be some awareness so you can make a proper decision what you're keeping and what you're allowing to fall apart.
He said the church has a significant place in Grenada's history, including its ancestry.
One of the reasons that people keep historic sites, it's really an emotional thing. It's not a practical, logical thing, because the older a building it is, the more it costs you to maintain. So when you decide to keep an old building, instead of knocking it down and putting a brand new one, you're doing that because the old one means something to you, the way it looks and what it represents about things from the past. That church would have been built by slaves, and that's supposed to mean something to you. These could have been your grandparents, your great-grandparents, you know. And this is the effort that they had to make, and they had no choice. They were forced to make it.
Such buildings can also pose a major health hazard if not properly maintained, Brathwaite says.
Buildings should not be allowed to become derelict because they are a safety hazard, a health hazard. You know, infestation of rats or bats or whatever it is. This is how diseases spread. So you have to be careful about allowing buildings to just stay indefinitely while you make up your mind, because it's a health hazard and it's dangerous. Children might be playing there and a big stone drop on their head. What you going to do now? All right? It is neglect and who would then be responsible for that injury to that child.
For MTV News, Troy Gill.
This weekend, the sister isle of Petit Martinique comes alive with its annual Whitsuntide Regatta. That began today, Friday the 3rd, with an opening ceremony and welcoming party. Speaking to our news desk was Brittany Miller, Public Relations Officer of the Petit Martinique Whitsuntide Regatta Committee. According to her, this year there'll be just as exciting events as the previous years prior to the pandemic, and patrons can look forward to all of the usual fun activities. We have more.
2022 is seeing the return of many festivals, including the 2022 Petit Martinique Annual Whitsuntide Regatta, which, according to Brittany Miller, Public Relations Officer of the Regatta Committee, will be exciting. Speaking to our news desk via telephone, Miller said even though they had a late start, patrons can expect to have fun throughout the weekend.
So because we were behind on time, we are coming back with the same stuff from the previous years, but we are coming back with a bang.
The PM Regatta will commence on Friday, June 3rd and ends on Monday, June 6th. She highlighted some of the activities.
So today we'll have the welcome ceremony, which will take place on the hard court. It starts at 7, which will have cultural performances, some performance from the Petit Martinique RC School, followed by a band, which will close off the night. Tomorrow, Saturday, we will have onshore activities with boat sailing, because Regatta is about sailing, followed by some onshore activities, and then tomorrow night at 11 o'clock, we will have our Soca Fusion, which we have Dash, Little Jello, and Terra the Governor, together with Octane the band and a long list of DJs. On Sunday, we'll have onshore activities on the beach with sailing. The band, which is Octane, will also be performing for us on the beach.
Although the COVID restrictions have been lifted, Miller warns patrons that they still need to be careful while enjoying the festivities.
We are advising patrons, persons coming from near and far to our festivals. COVID-19 is not finished as yet. We still have active cases in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. So we are asking people to take precautions, follow the protocols as best as you could, just to keep it on a low and don't spread the virus as it was maybe last year or only up this year.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hoston.
Minister responsible for disaster management, Dr. Winston Garraway, says Grenada's National Disaster Management Bill is now complete and is ready to be tabled in Parliament upon its resumption. Garraway went on to explain the importance of this bill.
This essential piece of legislation will give effect to a robust institutional arrangement for comprehensive disaster management. This legislative framework equips critical stakeholders with the tools needed to make systemic changes for improved disaster risks management.
This legislative agenda, he noted, received support from the World Bank and the Caribbean Disaster Management Agency.
This legislative agenda was further supported with technical assistance from the World Bank and the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, CIDIMA, in the following areas: communication to create messages specific to vulnerable groups, update the National Hurricane Plan, review and update notification procedures and Emergency Operations Center manual, and build capacity through training of staff and key personnel in EOC management.
Garraway spoke about the donation of 2 field hospitals received from the United States in recent times, saying it was indeed timely. The 1st of June marked the official start of the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season. The season will run through to November the 30th. Elizabeth Riley, appointed Executive Director of SEDEMA, reiterates the predicted above-average season, making it the 7th above-average hurricane season.
NOAA also predicts that there's a 65% chance of an above-normal season, a 25% chance of a near-normal season, and a 10% chance of a below-normal season. The NOAA team also suggests that between 14 to 21 named storms, of which 6 to 10 could become hurricanes, including 3 to 6 major hurricanes, and those are hurricanes categories 3, 4, or 5, and with winds of over 111 miles per hour or higher. The increased activity anticipated this hurricane season is attributed to several climate factors. The ongoing La Niña, which results in warmer than average sea surface temperatures in the Atlantic Ocean and the Caribbean Sea, weaker tropical Atlantic trade winds, and an enhanced West African monsoon. In addition, we also monitor the forecast from the Colorado State University, and they are predicting 19 named storms, and of these, the experts expect 9 to become hurricanes and 4 to reach major hurricane strength with sustained winds of 111 miles per hour or greater. The Colorado State University also indicates that the warmer Caribbean and eastern part of the subtropical Atlantic favors an active 2022 hurricane season. So in other words, there's significant consensus by the key technical agencies on what we can expect for this hurricane season.
Riley spoke of the hurricane season in light of the COVID-19 pandemic.
As you know, we are all still being impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. And this has had, for the past 2 years, and continues to have implications for our own preparedness actions, including related to how we are addressing our readiness in shelters. And 2 years ago, we prepared and we continue to encourage countries to utilize the updated shelter management guidelines, which take into account the required protocols for COVID-19.
That's the first segment of news. We'll be right back with you after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Do more with your new GUT Credit Union Visa debit card, which gives you access to your cash at any Connex or Visa certified ATMs locally and internationally. Make your payments with a tap of your card using the contactless feature and have the freedom to make purchases locally, online, or overseas whenever you travel anywhere Visa is accepted. Experience the enhanced security fraud protection through the Visa chip technology. If you don't have your new GUT Credit Union Visa International debit card, speak to any one of our representatives today to do more. Your new GUT Credit Union Visa International debit card, a smarter way to access your cash. More smart, more secure.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Are you ready? If you love this country now, show me your hands. Grenada has taken the first steps towards staying in safer hands. Show me your hands. All 15 new National Party candidates, members of a tried and tested team, have now been duly nominated. Grenada gets ready for the next chapter as we move across the bridge to the future that has been built. The new National Party, a team with leaders that are ready for the moment. Vote NNP. Safer hands.
Tell me something, if a crisis hit, who you go call? Or a pandemic, where you go talk? Which one on your team, who you go call?
The proceeding was a paid political announcement.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Spice Mass is back! And Grenada Distillers Limited wants you to win big with its bottleneck promotion. With every purchase of pure white or special dark, you are automatically entered for a chance to win. Win tickets to Soca Mona. Win free costumes. Win bottles of Claxcott rum, Grenada's #1. Win cold hard cash and more. Simply write your name, address, and contact details at the back of this bottleneck and insert in the boxes at participating outlets and the Claxcott sales van. Win big for Spice Mass with Claxcott, Grenada's #1 rum.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Sisters and brothers, I ask you to hear me just on this point. Examine the team of the National Democratic Congress. You just examine them. Compare them one by one. And what you see is an experienced group of people ready to take this country forward.
I'm Deacon Mitchell, and I endorse this message.
The proceeding was a paid political announcement.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. Well, Grenada welcomes an October resumption of Air Canada's non-stop service. The resumption of the Air Canada direct service from Toronto to Grenada will begin on the 30th of October and will be twice weekly on Sundays and Thursdays, connecting Toronto Pearson International Airport to the Maurice Bishop International Airport. Air Canada's service resumption comes on the heels of a Canadian market visit by GTA's CEO Petra Roach, who met with industry stakeholders to share developmental plans for the growth of the market and to agree on collaborative initiatives to drive business for the winter season.
As you can imagine, the Canadian market represents a really important segment of the business for us, and there are some hotels which are more dependent on that geographical area. From a longer term perspective, we recognize that it is a huge outbound market, and we certainly are going to be putting more resources behind it in order to build on the already strong brand equity that we have there.
Roach said the resumption of the flights will see a cut in the cost for travelers coming to Grenada from Canada.
Air Canada has the two services, and that represents 8% of the overall business. And what's really interesting is that in spite of the fact that people had to take a circuitous route, either with American through Miami or with JetBlue over New York or through Barbados and connecting with Inter-Caribbean, it still currently represents 4% of our business. What it has done is actually given the US and the UK market more access to seats, which means that they themselves are back to 2019 numbers and showing continued positive signs.
She says the GTA is committed to the further growth of the Canada market.
We certainly are committed to further growth of the Canadian market. There is a lot of goodwill there for Grenada. We have a strong diaspora presence, especially coming out of Montreal, and they are resolute in their, pushing the market and getting the awareness out there. And we had a meeting which was around the Grenada Day, which is going to take place on July 9th. And certainly we know that that will give us a lot of visibility and great returns.
Livestock farmers will once again feel the effects of yet another increase in the price of feed, which will have major implications for the agricultural sector. However, the Ministry of Agriculture plans to engage livestock farmers and other stakeholders on this issue.
Chief Agricultural Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture, Trevor Thompson, weighed in on the recent feed price increase and its implications for livestock farmers. He said they plan to engage all stakeholders on the issue to find long-term solutions to address this concern.
We do not see a short-term solution to this. If the situation in Ukraine, Russia continues, it means that there is going to be scarcity of that product anyway. So we can't even then rely on Caribbean Agro to produce the feed for us. So we have to look at this in a long-term manner, and that is what we have begun to strategize and look at.
Chief Veterinary Officer in the Ministry of Agriculture is Kimond Cummings.
With the layers, at some point the farmers could play with the feed a little bit. There would be a drop, obviously, in terms of egg production. They would see it, but then it's something that they could play with in terms of feed. And again, with the poultry, there's not much room for alternative source of feed if you want to get that particular desired outcome.
However, pig farmers will have greater challenges, he says.
So what we've seen with that price increase, we started seeing a lot of pig farmers especially started going out of production, and I'll tell you why. On average, a farmer would feed a pig at least about 4 pounds of food a day, which is, some of them do a small paint bucket. And if you have about 15 pigs, I'm not talking about in productivity, but outside of that, just adult pigs, it could cost that farmer a bag of food a day. So imagine having 60, 90 pigs. That's 3-4 bags of food a day. And if you do the calculation on it, and then it takes that farmer up to 6-7 months to get that desired weight to go to the market. So it's quite strenuous on the farmers. So a lot of farmers started really going out of production, especially in the pigs.
Farmers have already been reeling from the price increase in March, forcing poultry farmers to increase the price of eggs on the local market. However, it is yet to be determined if farmers will continue to raise their prices. For MTV News, Troy Gill.
MTV Evening News Friday, and for this week's edition of Total Local, we feature Sinash, the live worship concert put together by Carol Lee Ministries.
This is truly timely, and I know that it is God's direction for the country. It is truly timely. It is not just, we remember we are coming out of that, the severe impact of the COVID. It was only last October when we had so many persons dying from the COVID. And so that in itself, had brought so many persons, losing hope, feeling so depressed and not sure what is happening, what the future is going to look like, and a lot of confusion in the minds of people, and of course a lot of heartache, right? And so now it's just the perfect time to seek the face of God.
I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I know who I am, and I'm walking in power, working miracles, I live a life of faith.
The ticket sales has been great. The response has been phenomenal. We have, the churches getting together and doing group fairs, so that really helps. It makes a difference. Just happy to have all the churches being involved. The pastors, of course, they have received their VIP invitations. Praise God, we are having them free of cost. Just wanting them to come and to be a part of what God is doing. We want the unity amongst us. We want all doesn't matter the denomination, everybody coming out and being a part of this, united together as a nation, as one people. And so the response has been phenomenal. The pastors have been very, very helpful. They have been very supportive, and we're thanking God for that. But not just the pastors, but the priests also. We have the priests, and they are also a part of of this event, and we are truly thankful for that.
So I've been music directing for just over, I'll say about 12-13 years, with different choirs across the country, across the globe. And with this team, first time being here, I'm excited to see what the team are going to bring to the table, first of all. And I believe that with my little knowledge and my little capacity, I can help to fine tune a lot better. And it's one thing with Sinat, she's very passionate about everybody's having a good time, but also we playing our instruments, singing in one accord. So I believe that with my own little skills and my knowledge, I can help bring everything all together and make everyone actually play together in one spirit and in one truth.
This is the MTV Evening News. Regional highlights are next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
for business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the communal. Contact us today.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Sisters and brothers, I ask you to hear me just on this point. Examine the team of the National Democratic Congress. You just examine them. Compare them one by one. And what you see is an experienced group of people ready to take this country forward.
I'm Deacon Mitchell, and I endorse this message.
The proceeding was a paid political announcement.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6 even more.
With more money to the jackpot galore.
Play more, win more,
have more fun. With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one. With the new and improved Super 6 game.
The jackpot keep growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way, Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
Spice Mass is back! And Grenada Distillers Limited wants you to win big with its bottleneck promotion. With every purchase of pure white or special dark, you are automatically entered for a chance to win. Win tickets to Soca Mona. Win free costumes. Win bottles of Clark Scott Rum. Grenada's #1. Win cold hard cash and more. Simply write your name, address, and contact details at the back of this bottleneck and insert in the boxes at participating outlets and the Clark Scott sales van. Win big for Spice Mass with Clark Scott, Grenada's #1 rum.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Just as we are emerging from the global COVID-19 pandemic, fresh challenges lay on the horizon. And with a war in Europe inducing global inflationary pressures and global supply chain issues adding to a complex economic environment, this moment calls for experienced leadership and steady hands. Do not chance the future in these dangerous times. The new National Party has a team built to navigate tough times and to bring the nation to safer waters. Vote NMP. Safer hands.
The proceeding was a paid political announcement.
Grenada, get ready for one powerful night of worship, song, and praise as Coral Lee Holdings presents Sinach. Sinach live in worship at the Grenada National Stadium. Sunday, June 1st, starting time 5 p.m. along with special guest artists from South Africa, Benny Mwepu, and worshipper Brandon Finch from New York. Dress code, all white. Early bird specials, $60. VIP early bird ticket specials, $250. Special fares for churches are available. Children, half price at the door. All churches and denominations are invited. Let us all come together for a night of prayer and worship unto God as we thank God for His mercies towards us and our nation. For more information, contact 419-3645. Sunday, June 5th, Grenada National Stadium, Sinach, Benny Mwepu, and Brandon Finch.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
Arizo celebrates 75 years of transforming lives with its celebratory suite of loan products. Own your own vehicle, education, land, or home, and anchor your roots. Start living the life you deserve by applying for an Own Your Own loan at reduced interest rates. Simplify your life and consolidate all your debts by applying for a Simplify loan and open doors to new beginnings and explore more opportunities to shape your future. Call or send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987 or email us at loans@arizocu.com today to continue your journey towards financial freedom. Terms and conditions apply. Arizo Credit Union, celebrating 75 years of transforming lives.
Welcome back. It's time now for this evening's Regional Roundup.
Good evening. With tonight's MTV Regional Roundup, I am Clifton James. We begin tonight with news out of St. Vincent. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves says government is trying to hold off the global increase in fuel prices. Gas prices in St. Vincent and the Grenadines has climbed above $15 per gallon. Prime Minister Gonsalves reiterated that it is becoming increasingly difficult for government to maintain the current subsidy on fuel prices. Back in April, government announced that the excise tax on fuel would be reduced by 50%.
Well, there's a lot of discussion going on in the newspaper about the rise in gasoline price. You remember a few weeks ago, I said to you that the prices which are coming in, the imports of the fuel, they're going up. And that I don't know how long we can hold the line. But I just want people to know where gasoline now is $15.35 a gallon. The real price should be $16.85, but the excise tax, we cut it by $1.50. So on every gallon you buy of gas, we lose the government loses $1.50. Ease the burden now. Ease the burden on the individual consumer, and on diesel, we lose $5 a gallon in revenue.
Ballistics retrieved from gang shootings in Trinidad proved high-powered weapons are in the hands of criminals. But are the police and army also similarly equipped to handle and deal with gun violence? And where are these high-powered weapons coming from? CNC3's senior journalist Radhika De Silva and Ivan Tulsi explore the answer in this report.
Handguns like the 9mm semi-automatic pistol are commonly used by criminals. But recently, high-powered weaponry like the Armalite AR-15 is being used in gang shootings. And believe it or not, these weapons come in illegally through illegal ports of entry. That's according to security consultant Paul Daniel Nahus, who served as a counter-terrorism instructor in Israel.
Weapons such as the AR-15 and other similar types of rifles being in the hands of criminals is very concerning for law enforcement and for military.
No, not just because those weapons are more devastating, not just because they can empty a magazine of 30 rounds in a few seconds. Even some drum magazines we're seeing with 50 round capabilities and 100 round capabilities, those could be emptied in a matter of seconds.
Former Police Commissioner Gary Griffith believes there must be better checks at the ports.
the type of sophisticated weapons we get come through containers that go on the port. And it's because the same way you'll have rogue elements in the police service, you will have rogue elements in persons who are involved in the securing the port, which is why I drafted the Border Protection Unit to ensure that the guards will be guarding the guards. You have a combination of police officers, members of the Defense Force, Customs, Immigration, private security to prevent this from happening.
And weapons expert, retired Major Dirk Barnes, says law enforcement weaponry is superior to those of criminals. But he agrees that all arms of law enforcement should become integrated to combat the gun trade. And he also wants trained civilians to have rifles too.
The Trinidad and Tobago government has rejected a proposal from the St. Augustine campus of the University of the West Indies for an increase in tuition fees. Instead, the government has suggested that the institution finds other ways to address its financial shortfalls, including a review of the courses offered. The proposal for the increase came in response to the Trinidad and Tobago government's intention to implement a 10% reduction in its subvention to the University of the West Indies for the 2022 to 2023 academic year, resulting in a cut of more than 50 million Trinidad and Tobago dollars from the current subvention. At Mona and Cave Hill, students contribute 20% of the cost of tuition, whereas at St. Augustine, students contribute 13%, with these fees being the lowest in the region. The government currently contributes 82% of the campus's annual budget. Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
This is the MTV Evening News. We'll be back with you after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
My name is Patrick St. Paul, and I am a secondary school teacher. I became a member of Ariza Credit Union over 5 years ago. A family member referred me to the institution after boasting of the amazing experience she's had with me. At Ariza, I've experienced client-friendly service and the best financial advice. Congratulations to Ariza on 75 years of transforming lives.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out, only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Sisters and brothers, I ask you to hear me just on this point. Examine the team of the National Democratic Congress. You just examine them. Compare them one by one. And what you see is an experienced group of people ready to take this country forward.
I'm Deacon Mitchell, and I endorse this message.
The proceeding was a paid political announcement.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,000 $1,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
All are invited to the 20th anniversary celebration of Jesus Elam Revival Assembly in Grenada. One church, two locations. Come celebrate the release of supernatural miracles and deliverance from God at Jubilee Street, Grenville, 6 p.m. each night, Wednesday, June 8th, Thursday, June 9th, and Friday, June 10th. Come on over at Belmont St. George on Sunday, June 12th from 1 p.m. Featured speaker, Bishop Dr. Gary George, and other guest speakers. For further information, contact Jesus Elam Revival Assembly International on 419-9973.
Not by might, not by power, by your spirit, God.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. Sporting highlights are next.
Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always act when left, you come first. Save energy, save the time, reduce your wattage and reduce your time. When you use appliances, make sure you buy energy efficient every time. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always act when left, you come first. Spare your pocket, spare the earth, always act when left, you come first.
Holy natural spring water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy natural spring water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy natural spring water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Three students from the St. Andrews Anglican Secondary School are recipients of sports scholarships. We'll have details to that and other highlights coming up for you. Stay with us.
All are invited to the 20th anniversary celebration of Jesus Elam Revival Assembly in Grenada. One church, two locations. Come celebrate the release of supernatural miracles and deliverance from God at Jubilee Street, Grenville, 6 p.m. each night, Wednesday, June 8th, Thursday, June 9th, and Friday, June 10th. Come on over at Belmont St. George on Sunday, June 12th from 1 p.m. Featured speaker, Bishop Dr. Gary George, and other guest speakers. For further information, contact Jesus Elam Revival Assembly International on 419-9973.
Not by might, not by power, by your spirit, God.
Are you ready for more track and field action? Then the National Lottery Authority sponsored Whitsuntide Games 2022 is on Saturday, June 4th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Track and field action starts at 12:30 p.m. Admission, adults pay 15, children under 12 pay 10. To get this track and field action, you gotta be at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium, June 4th at 12:30 p.m. for the Whitsuntide Games, sponsored by Lotto.
A special evening to you now, sporting fans. Here's Donella Hostin with this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. 3 students from the St. Andrew Anglican Secondary School are recipients of sports scholarships to attend the all-boys Jamaica College High School in Kingston to further their studies and compete in sporting activities. Grenadian-born Kent Simon, the sports information coordinator for Jamaica College High School, is on island to recruit athletes that will be participating in the Whitsuntide Games at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Simon explains more about the scholarship program.
Well, there is no cost to the students. It's a full scholarship that covers
all of the expenses, tuition, books, room and board. The kids will be staying on the compound, on the campus, or one of the off-site housing complexes. All of the necessary equipment, academically, uniforms, equipment for athletics that they need while they're there. Anything educationally connected will be taken care of by the school. It also includes a round-trip airfare to get them to the high school and also back home when they choose to get back.
The recipients expressed their thanks for the opportunity.
My name is Giovanni Nichols.
Deodorant John.
My name is Kieran Collier. I feel great, and I would like to thank Mr. Simon for scouting me out to help me better myself and make my family and country proud.
It was an amazing opportunity. I thank the scout for looking out for me, and this opportunity don't come around very often, and I pledge to keep my country, my family and school proud.
I'd also like to thank Mr. Simon for giving us this opportunity. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have get this far.
Coach at the school, Nayats Simon, said he hopes the students take this opportunity seriously.
So our students getting that opportunity, I think that is a blessing in disguise, because we haven't been performing well this season. However, a blessing come in the form of scholarship to those guys. So going forward, I know that would motivate other students or other athletes to train, to work hard to be athletes or be better individuals in the future.
Two of the parents also spoke to MTV Sports.
My name is Rena Nichols, and I'm a very proud mother, parent of Giovanni Nichols, and I'm very excited that he was chosen, given an opportunity to be awarded the scholarship to go and further his studies.
My name is Delma John, the mother of Delran John. I am very happy for this opportunity for my son to go outside there. I hope he make good use of it, and I'm sure that he is going to perform well.
Thursday's Fruta Cool Kids Private Primary Schools Championship was marked a success. The athletics meet at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium saw participation from several schools, although they had little time to prepare. One of the representatives from the Grenada Private Primary School Association is Cassandra Strawn.
Today marks another epic day in the track and field arena of our Spice Isle, Pure Grenada. It is the long-anticipated return of the private primary school track and field championships. The word championship speaks various things. It illuminates the talents, the skills, and tenacity of the young persons or students of the various private schools. Talents and skills demonstrated last Tuesday and Wednesday, and those that will be showcased right here at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium this afternoon.
The brand manager for the title sponsor of the games for Fruta Cool Kids is Randy Campbell.
From our principal, S.M. Jalil of Trinidad and Tobago, and George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited, who both would have partnered to sponsor these private primary school games for the third consecutive year. Despite the inflation and evident price increases throughout the various sectors, we were not deterred from stepping up and meeting the needs to facilitate the games for yet another year and creating the avenue for students to excel through sports. Therefore, this year, we would have sponsored the games in the amount of $23,000.
Rain injected new intrigue into the final round of the Regional First Class Championship by forcing a complete abandonment of the second day in all matches on Thursday. Not a ball was bowled at any venue as the inclement weather across the island kept players off the field at Diego Martin Complex, Queen's Park Oval, and Brian Lara Stadium. Rain is also in the forecast for the 2 remaining days of the round, with brief showers anticipated on Friday's third day and occasional showers on Saturday's final day. Cricket West Indies on Friday confirmed that Ravman Powell and Romario Shepherd are unable to take part on the ongoing one-day international series against the Netherlands due to visa delays. They travelled to London immediately following their participation in the Indian Premier League. as their visa interviews could not have taken place in India due to the IPL biosecure protocols. Despite having the interviews the day after their arrival, they are both still in London awaiting the appropriate visas to be able to travel to the Netherlands. And that's it for this evening's sports. I am Donala Houston.
That's the latest in sport. The weather and a recap of the headlines when we return.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlac, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlac, we are united even when we are apart.
Good Friday evening, viewers, with the Friday night and the weekend's weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. As that tropical wave moved through the area, it brought heavy showers to the extreme southern eastern Caribbean. Those showers were concentrated mostly over Trinidad and Tobago. We did see our fair share here in Grenada, however. But the big news at the moment remains this very strong area of low pressure in the far western Caribbean. It is moving towards the northeast, that's towards Miami, towards Florida at 5 miles per hour. Currently, it is roughly located around 22.6 north, 86.4 west, and has maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour. There's a 90% chance of development, and if this system develops, it will become the season's first tropical storm and named Alex. That, of course, area is not expected to affect Grenada in any way. Behind that first wave I spoke about, we do have another strong tropical wave moving, continuing to move towards the west. Some showers and thunder showers are associated with that system. We're closely monitoring it as it progresses. The showers and thunder showers continue over the extreme southern Caribbean and will do so over Trinidad during the night. We would see some more here, also mostly during the early part of the night. Tonight's forecast is for early showers and improvement towards morning. It's 80 to 70 to 80% chance of those showers. Winds will be easterly between 8 and 18 miles per hour with a minimum temperature of 24. The moon rose this morning at 8:57. It's going to set a little later tonight at 10:07. Generally fair conditions are in store for Saturday, but there still is a 40% chance of some showers, again mostly during the morning period. Winds will remain easterly between 10 and 24 miles per hour. Choppy seas, 5 to 7 foot waves. Sunrise is 5:41, sunset is 6:29. Temperature will climb to around 32 and feel like 35. On Sunday, however, there is a chance that some showers may return. Easterly winds would continue between 12 and 24 miles per hour with moderate seas and 4 to 6 foot waves. Sunrise at 5:41, 6:29 is the sunset. Temperature will climb to around 33 and feel like 36. The remainder of the week, look for some showers again on Monday. We're looking at that wave. If it materializes and affects us, it could be doing so during the latter part of the week, maybe from around Thursday when the showers could return. That's it for me for this week, folks. Have yourself a great night, a safe and an enjoyable weekend, and join me again on Monday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlac, energizing our Grenada.
And now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Another St. Andrew family left homeless following an early morning fire. Concerns raised over the dilapidated Grenville Old Church, which poses a threat to residents. The Sister Isle of Pity Martinique, of course, comes alive this weekend with their annual Whitsuntide Regatta. And in sport, congratulations to 3 students from the St. Andrews Anglican Secondary School who are recipients of sports scholarships. So now on behalf of the News and Production Departments, I'm Tony Julian. We all thank you so very much for watching, and we wish you a safe, productive, and enjoyable Whitsuntide weekend.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. This is the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 Evening Draw. It is Friday, June 3rd, 2022. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. Supervising the draw, Miss Priscilla Barry. She is representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. And as usual, just to give you a quick reminder, there are 4 different bet types in this game from which you can choose. They're called inline, mix, pair, and backup. It pays to play Daily Pick 3, so let's see if you are a lucky winner. Good luck to you. Here we go, our first number, 0, the second number, 1, the final number, 6. All right, just to recap for your benefit, our first number is 0, that's followed by 1. The final number is 6. 0, 1, and 6. Congratulations to you. If you are a lucky winner, the Playway Draw comes up next. We'll see you soon.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Hello once again, this is the National Lotteries Authority's Playway Evening Draw for today, Friday, June 3rd, 2022. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. With me once again is Miss Priscilla Barry. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. So in this particular game, you can bet from $1 up to $10, or you can bet in increments on any number or dream symbol of your choice and being with a chance to win 24 times the amount you bet. So of course, that is $24 for every $1 that you spend. Value your dreams and win your way with Playway. Let's see if you are a lucky winner tonight. Good luck to you. Alright, here we go. So check your tickets. Playway number 4 tonight. That number is 32. Once again, our Playway number 4 tonight is 3232. That represents Dirty Water. So of course, congratulations if you are tonight's lucky winner. Stay with us. The Daily Cash 4 is up next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more from 0000 to 9. $9.99. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Okay, so we're back with you. This is the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Cash 4 evening draw. It is Friday, June 3rd, 2022. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. Back with me once again is Miss Priscilla Barry. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. So in this game, you can choose any number from 0 to 9 in any of the 11 bet types offered. The tickets cost as little as $1, except backup, which costs $2. More plays, bigger prizes. So let's play Daily Cash 4. Good luck to you. Here we go. Have your tickets close by. Our first number for tonight. 5, the second number. 3, the next number. 9, the final number. That number is 6. All right, just to recap for your benefit, our first number is 5. That's followed by 3. The next number is 9. The final is 6. Once again, 5, 3, 9, and 6. So, of course, congratulations if you are tonight's lucky winner. Stay with us. The Lotto draw comes up shortly. We are playing for $64,000. We'll see you real soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just 1 little ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. This is the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto draw number 3368 for today, Friday, June 3rd, 2022. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. Supervising the draw is Miss Priscilla Barry, representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. So we're playing for $64,000 tonight. But of course, before we select our 5 winning numbers, we will select a free ticket letter. Here we go. So our free ticket letter for tonight is A as in apple. Check to see if this matches the letter on your ticket. If it does, of course, you can claim your free ticket at your outlet of purchase. So we'll now select tonight's 5 winning numbers for $64,000. Good luck to you. Tonight, check your tickets. That number is 18, the second number. 14, tonight's third number. 1, the fourth number. So your tickets out in the meantime, right? That number is 6, and the fifth and final number, that number is 16. Okay, so just to recap for your benefit, starting with the free ticket letter, that is A as in Apple, and our 5 winning numbers for $64,000 are 1818, 1414, 101, 606, and 1616. Congratulations to you, of course, if you are a lucky winner tonight. Continue supporting the National Lotteries Authority. Have a great night.
The following is a paid political announcement.
Are you ready? If you love this country now, show me your hands.
Grenada has taken the first steps towards staying in safer hands.
Show me your hands. Safer hands.
All 15 new National Party candidates, members of a tried and tested team, have now been duly nominated. Grenada gets ready for the next chapter as we move across the bridge to the future that has been built.
We live in the country in safer hands.
The new National Party, a team with leaders that are ready for the moment. Vote NNP. Safer hands.
You don't understand. Tell me something. If a crisis hit, who you go call? Or a pandemic, where you go talk? Which one on your team, who you go call?
The proceeding was a paid political announcement.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Christine Mary Thomas, also known as Tintin, of Constantine St. George, a well-known market vendor, passed away on Wednesday, 11th May 2022, at the age of 90. She was the mother of Matilda, Veronica, Angela, Wilson and Wilfred in the USA, Christopher in St. Thomas, and Anacita in Grenada, stepmother of Kenneth in the USA, grandmother of Cindy, Samantha, Kadisha, Wendy, Lexanne, Kenson, Jason, Nikisha, Leon, Lavon, Kendall, Evron, and Jovan. Great-grandmother of 8. Mother-in-law of Hazelan, Nadine, Alana, and Degree in the USA, Michael, Osmond, and Desmond. Sister-in-law of Louis, Ruby, and Monica, and George, also known as Saga. Aunt of many in the USA, Canada, St. Thomas, and Grenada, including Gladys, John, Margaret, Cheryl, and Jennifer. Her caregiver, Elma Smith. Many other relatives and friends, including Nola Bartholomew and family, Emo Langdon, Telma, Joan, Dr. Benjamin, Sally, Jean, Cheryl, Suzanne, Hillary, Venice, Angela, Adela, the Frank, Lewis, Walker and Thomas families of Vendham, Happy Hill, Grand Anse, Boca, New Hampshire and Victoria, and friends and neighbours of Constantine St. George. The funeral of the late Christine Mary Thomas, also known as Tintin, of Constantine St. George, a well-known market vendor, will take place on Tuesday, June 7th at 1:30 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Bolio Catholic Church, and interment will be at the family cemetery Vendham. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Ethelbert Joseph Monroe Batiste, MBE, also known as Joe, of Bolio St. George, passed away on Monday, April 4th, 2022, at the age of 86. He was the husband of Mary Batiste in the United Kingdom, father of Derek and Gloria, grandfather of Gemma, Darrell, Cara, Cheryl, and Jordan, great-grandfather of Kaylin and Jordan, father-in-law of Bernadette, grandfather-in-law of Chaz, brother of Edna and Catherine in the USA, brother-in-law of Keith in the USA and Beryl, uncle and grand-uncle of Shem, Smith, Abby, Kathleen, Natasha, John, Abriel, and Angelica. Many other close relatives and friends in the USA, Grenada, Canada, the United Kingdom, and Trinidad, including Cloyd Monroe George and family, John Monroe and family, the George family, the Batiste family of Bolio and Bellevue, Eula and family, Jennifer and family, Agatha and Maggie, Glenn, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, and members of the New National Party, and friends and neighbours of Bolio and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Ethelbert Joseph Monroe Batiste, MBE, also known as Joe, of Bolio St. George, will take place on Tuesday, June 7th at 10 a.m. Funeral service will be held at the Bolio Catholic Church, and interment will be at the Monroe Family Cemetery, Bolio. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Sylvia Veronica Lett of Vincent St. David, who resided in the USA, passed away on Wednesday, 18th May 2022, at the age of 81. She was the daughter of Felicity Christopher and Joseph Lett, mother of Joan, Sonia, and Maureen, grandmother of Cameron, Avion, Rodney, Christy, and Karina, great-grandmother of Aria Diabol, sister of Ruby, Sheila, Veronica, and Doris Lett, mother-in-law of John Granger and Theophilus Bowler. Many other relatives and friends in Grenada and abroad, including Earlston Lett and family, Margaret Pear and family, Natalie Belfon and family, Merrill Lane and family, and friends and family of Vincent St. David. The funeral of the late Sylvia Veronica Lett of Vincent St. David, who resided in the USA, will take place on Tuesday, 7th June in New York. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Thomas Nichols, also known as Doc and Turturn, of Chamfleur St. David, who resided at Dudmar St. David, transitioned in peace on May 18, 2022, at the age of 84. Left to cherish his wonderful memory are his children Najuma Salfali and Nadine Sylvester, residing in the USA, Marlene Antwine, Eric Greenwich, Samantha Prime, Anika Greenwich, Shada Joseph, and stepdaughter Jacqueline Greenwich. Siblings Jean Hazard, Peter Nichols, Claude Nichols, Alexander Nichols, Francis Lett, Ruby Lett, Verda Latouche, Irma George, Jean Licorice, and adopted brother Alvin St. Bernard. Grandchildren Danica Greenwich, Eli Prime, Nadra Sylvester, Nalia Givens, Madison Salfarley, Brad Greenwich, Paige Greenwich, Nadel Sylvester, Sasha Victor, Damali Antwine, Tyler Salfarley, Erica Antwine, Suraj Victor, Anna Antwine, Sathira Victor, Terran Antwine, and Enva Antwine. Many great-grands, nieces, and nephews, including Eva Hazard, Carvel Lett, Kissy Gabriel, Gretel Bishop, Nigel Hazard, Ron Lett, and sons-in-law. Many other relatives and friends, including the Hazard family of Chamfleur and Mount Tranquil, the Neckles and Lett families of Dudmar, the Peters family at Modern Photo Studios, Ann Booker, Irma Joseph, Claudia Bishop, Vassie Jones, Jennifer Robinson, Myrna Joseph, Julian Ogilvie, Lorna Snag, the matron, staff and residents of Chichester's Nursing Home and the Grand Aunts Home for the Aged, members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church Corinth, including Terry Charles and family, and Janelle Charles and family, and friends at Cooperative Bank, the NIS, the Ministries of Works and Health, and the draft players on the terminal. The funeral of the late Thomas Neckles, also known as Doc and Turturn of Chamfleur St. David, who resided at Dudmar St. David, will take place on Wednesday, June 8th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. David Seventh-day Adventist Church, Corinth, and interment will be at the Windsor Forest Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Ruth Lynn Veronica St. Bernard of Barot St. David, retired police officer attached to the police tailor shop, passed away on Wednesday, 25th May 2022, at the age of 66. She was the mother of Tabani Dominic, grandmother of Taraji Dominic, sister of Anne, Terrace, Margaret, and Danielle, also known as Dano, mother-in-law of Irvin Dominic, niece of Catherine, Magdalene in the USA, Anselm in Canada, and Winston in Grenada, aunt of Nikisha, Daniela, Kanisha, Monique, Carice, Cindy, Deborah, Wendell in Canada, and Jeffrey, several grandnieces and nephews, other cousins, relatives, and friends including Andrea, Victor Thomas, also known as Bread, Richard, Trevor Modeste, Pastor Selwyn Haling, and members of the Garden of Prayer Sanctuary, Pastor Laurie Dominic, and members of Westerhall New Testament Church of God, First Baptist Church, Barot, the St. Bernard family in Grenada and Trinidad, the Cruikshank family, the Dominic family of Laurelland, the Latouche family of Mount Airy, the management and staff of Republic Bank, and the Royal Grenada Police Force tailor shop, and friends and neighbours of Barot and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Ruth Lynn Veronica St. Bernard of Barot St. David will take place on Wednesday, June 8th at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Prayer St. Paul's, and entombment will be at the Mount Airy Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Kimon Eric Coloni Richon Bell, also known as Bell, of Woburn St. George, died on Sunday, April 24, 2022, at the age of 22. He was the son of Kimberly Bell and Carlson George, grandson of Margaret Bell and Kenneth Bernard, brother of Kemal Bell, Blossom, Joanna, Isis, and Kea George, nephew of Paula, Mondell, Sion and Antonio Bell, Janelle, Avalon, and Jamal Bernard, Troy Sandiford and Russell Nash, Carol, Terry, Sherlyn, Alvin, Roland, Ronnie, Rowlett and Carl George, and Taryn Franklin, all in the USA. Grandnephew of Dr. Dunstan Campbell and Mrs. Beverly Campbell, Clara and Thomas Bell, and Yvonne Bartholomew. Cousin of Shaquana Charles, Brianna, Brian, William and Sky Bell, Aidan Coutain, Caden Sandiford, Denroy Jr., Jamie, Aria, Anita, Surana, Devril, Siobhan, Tira, Terence, Malika, and Nicole George. Other relatives and friends: Ashley Ashton, Karen Tika, Kojak, Andel Phillip, Marcus Samuel, Vaughn D. Joseph, Aben, CJ, Razad, Kitana, Mariam, Kellon Sandy, Nadia Victor of Happy Hill, the Nimrod family of Woburn, the Bernard family of Mount Rich, the George family of Grove, the Bell family of Woburn, St. George's and Grandaunts, the Bell, George, Taryn, and Franklin families in the USA, the United Kingdom, and Canada, and many other relatives and friends of Woburn, Grove, and Grandaunts. The funeral of the late Kimron Eric Keloni Richon Bell, also known as Bell of Woburn St. George, will take place on Wednesday, June 8th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Grenada Trade Center, and interment will be at the family cemetery, Woburn. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Simon Thomas, also known as Joe, of Frequenty St. George, passed away on Thursday, 7th April 2022, at the age of 60. He was the father of Natalie Hippolyte, grandfather of Kalisha and Naisha Hippolyte, brother of Gillian, Cynthia, Joan, Mary, Marva, Sonia, Maria, and Bernard, nephew of Gertrude, uncle of many including Tafari, Timothy, Samuel, Todd, Denver, Tyrrell, Jamel, Tasha, Manta, Tertia, Ariel, Joan, Manda, Kira, Jared, Jamila, Sheldon, Karen, and Kelsey. Many other relatives and friends including Denise, Rhonda, Miss Carol, Miss Jeanette, Pastor Damien and family, the Charles family, Pamela, the management and staff of SGU, and friends and neighbors of Frequenty and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Simon Thomas, also known as Joe, of Frequenty St. George, will take place on Wednesday, 8th June at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Grand Anse Baptist Church, Morris Bishop Highway, and interment will be at Grand Anse St. George. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Mary Joyce Licorice, also known as Mercy, of Providence St. David, passed away on Friday, 13th May 2022, at the age of 90. She was the mother of Agatha Licorice in the USA, Paul Francis, Martin and Teresa Licorice, Matthew Licorice, also known as Worrell, Raphael, Althea, and Nigel Licorice. Grandmother of 29, including Akira Phillip, Shakira Bain, Tyrone Licorice, Nikki Licorice, Ronell Thomas, Naisha, Liston Brazan, Dane Licorice, and Shane, also known as Fire. Great-grandmother of 25, including Ativa, Kelsey, Shakim, Haley, Danaya, and Javion. Sister of Doris Licorice, Cynthia Licorice, Hamilton Licorice, and John Licorice in Trinidad. Mother-in-law of Keisha Licorice, Frances Hagley, and Mikey Etienne. Grandmother-in-law of Abigail Charles, Danielle Licorice, Neon Kenny Bain, and Jadon Phillip. Aunt of many, including Merlin and Janice Telesford. Many other relatives and friends, including Pastor Casimir Thomas and family, and members of the Independence Baptist Church, Providence, the Licorice family of Corinth, Providence, Pedmotar, and Marigot, Dr. Devon Francis, Dr. John Lane, Miss Vero, Miss Earls, Paulina and family, the Francis family of Annandale, Celia Thomas and family of Latente, and friends and neighbors of Monrepo, Providence, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Mary Joyce Licorice, also known as Mercy, of Providence St. David, will take place on Thursday, June 9th at 1:30 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. David's Catholic Church, Petite Esperance, and interment will be at the St. David's Catholic Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. James W. Jr. Nicholson, also known as Zanky, of St. Jules Street, St. George's, passed away on Tuesday, 3rd May 2022, at the age of 67. He was the son of Joycelyn Nicholson, brother of Everett, Michael, Lester, Neil and Nigel Nicholson, Sharon, Yvonne, Lisa and Pamela in the USA, and Kathleen Pittmark. Uncle of many, including Jim and Channel, also known as Boogie. Other relatives and close friends, including friends and neighbors of St. Jules Street, Four Roads, and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late James W. Jr. Nicholson, also known as Zanky, of St. Jules Street, St. George's, will take place on Thursday, 9th June at 11 a.m. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill, St. George's, according to spiritual Baptist rites, and interment will be at the St. George's Center Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Valden Philip of Beauséjour, who resided at Frequenty St. George, passed away on Sunday, 22nd May 2022, at the age of 36. He is survived by his parents Augustine Venice Phillip and Sandra Cornwall Bowen, children Vashon Phillip and Amanda Marcel, grandfather John Jones residing in the United Kingdom, siblings Vanol, Verndale, and Valerie Phillip, Londa Bailey, Venica Patrick, Nikitha Noel, and Sakiria Smith, several aunts and uncles Lynthia Phillip Johnson, Dolores Phillip, Jennifer Castle, Wendy Phillip, Agnes Lewis, Margaret Jones in the United Kingdom, Presley Phillip, Dexter Joseph, Augustine Jules in Trinidad, and Kelvin Jones in the United Kingdom. Many other relatives and close friends, including Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell, Harvell and Twine, Curtis Bowen, Eunice Sandy David, Merrill Charles and family, the Grenada Patient Kidney Foundation, the management and staff of the Dialysis Clinic, the management and staff of the General Hospital, the GBSS class of 2003, and friends and neighbours of Beausejour, Frequenty and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Valden Phillip of Beausejour, who resided at Frequenty St. George, will take place on Thursday, 9th June at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Happy Hill Open Bible Church according to Seventh-day Adventist rites, and interment will be at the Top Fence Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Agnes Lashington, née Jones, also known as Miss Vero, Lashy, or Miss Balthazar, of Grand Roy St. John, who resided at Birch Grove and Balthazar St. Andrew, died on Thursday, May 12, 2022, at the age of 90. Left to mourn are her children Darwin, Juanita, Dennis and Christiana Lashington, Donari Frank and Dawn Walker, all in Grenada, and Carol Lashington Humphrey in Canada. Nieces Sarah Rogers in the USA, Enza Jones, Nervous Jones in Grenada, Cheryl and Hannah Jones in the USA, and Mavis in Canada, Jackie and Judith in Trinidad. Nephews Enoch and Henson Jones in Grenada, and Kenneth Jones in the United Kingdom. Sons-in-law Augustine Humphrey, Roll Walker, and Kenneth Frank. Grandmother of 15 including Keldonna Washington Roberts, Roldan, Alex, Corell and Colette Walker, Morris and Sean Humphrey, Dimitrov, Chrislyn, Denzel, Kathienne and Carmel Lashington, Nikita Lashington Lessie, and Jelani and Lexi. Great-grandmother of 3 including Chantel Lashington. Many grandnieces and nephews including Pearline Francis in the USA. Caregivers Hazel and St. Louis and Roxy Blake. Friends Sister Elmira Taylor and Lynette Alexander. Many other relatives and friends including Dr. Hensley Batiste, tourist vendors and taxi operators of the Bruce Street Mall, Esplanade, and families including Lana McPhail and family, the Jones, Hackett, Toussaint, McEwen, Lashington, Balthazar, and Collins families of Monk Brazier and Grand Roy, and the Douglas family of Blackbay, the Humphrey and Rennick families of Birch Grove, Janice Charles and family, the Rogers and Bowen families of St. Cloud's, Balthazar, and friends and neighbours of Birch Grove, St. Cloud's, Balthazar, Mirabeau, Bylands, Grand Roy and surrounding areas, and many other relatives and friends too numerous to mention. The funeral service for the late Agnes Lashington née Jones of Grand Roy St. John, who resided at Birch Grove and Balthazar St. Andrew, will take place on Thursday, 9th June at 1 p.m. Tributes begin at 12 noon. Funeral service will be held at the St. Matthew's R.C. Church, and interment will be at the St. Rose Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Walter Henry Ogilvie of Telescope St. Andrew died on Sunday, 22nd May 2022, at the age of 81. He was the husband of Anne, father of Mercedes, Ellis, Marvin, and Lucinda, brother of Dunbar, Anne, Lucy, Cicely, Dolores, Selwyn, Hudson, Evelyn, William, Beatrice, Vilma, Pauline, and Joe, grandfather of 4, father-in-law of Nisha, Michael, Sabrina, and Lennox, his caregiver Marilyn Lewis. Many relatives and friends including the Ogilvie, Snack, Ashby, Andrews, James, and Marshall families, members of the People of Praise, Cursillo, Men's League and SJC Associates, the parish priest and parishioners of St. Andrew the Apostle RC Church, and the community of Telescope and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Walter Henry Ogilvie of Telescope St. Andrew will take place on Thursday, June 9th at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Andrew the Apostle RC Church, Grenville, and interment will be at the Grand Bras Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Philemon Jeffrey, also known as Philo, of Tivoli St. Andrew, who resided at Riversally St. Patrick, member of the Legion of Mary of St. Vincent de Paul Society, passed away on Saturday, 7th May 2022, at the age of 88. She was the mother of Merlin, Raymond and Glendora Jeffrey, Jessie Smith, Kim Peters and McKenny Barry, grandmother of 14, great-grandmother of 10, sister of Veronica, also known as Lillian, Alton, also known as Joseph, and Georgie Dorset, aunt of many including Cleon, Chanel, Alicia, Cindy, Nathalie, Martha James, and Christopher Alexander. In-laws Fitzroy Smith, Nolan Peters, Selwyn Salem, and Randolph Scott. Cousin of Marjorie Dorset, Anita Batiste and family, Jocelyn Peters and family, the Dunbar and Batiste families of Tivoli, the John family of Conference, the Steele family of Grenville, Lillian Jeffrey, Norbrika Roberts, and Martin Dorset. Many other relatives and close friends including Florinese George and family, Ambrosona Sylvester, Teresa Oliver and family, Teresa Charles and family, the Jeffrey and John families of Riversally, Effin John, the priest and parishioners of the Holy Family RC Church, and friends and neighbours of Riversally, La Poterie, Tivoli, and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Philemon Jeffrey, also known as Philo, of Tivoli St. Andrew, who resided at Riversally St. Patrick, will take place on Thursday, 9th June at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Holy Family RC Church, Riversally St. Patrick, and entombment will be at the Riversally Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Erlin Sylvester Francis, also known as Dove and Whoop, of Thebaid St. David, retired District Revenue Officer, passed away on Tuesday, 24th May 2022, at the age of 84. He was the husband of Valerie Francis, father of 2, grandfather of Hannah, Nathan, Mark Anthony, Seymour, and Ariane Francis, father-in-law of Sebi and Lorraine Francis, brother of John Francis, Pearl Thompson, Irene Snack, and Olive Lancaster. Many brothers and sisters-in-law, several nieces and nephews, other relatives and friends including the Francis, Hagley, Sharp and Perrott families, Paula Celestine, Sane, Bruzo and Sil McCuffey, Tango, the matron and staff of the St. Martin's Home for the Aged, Father Edward Mark and the Anglican community of St. David, and friends and neighbours of St. David. The funeral of the late Erlin Sylvester Francis, also known as Dove and Whoop, of Thebaid St. David, will take place on Friday, June 10th at 10 a.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. David's Anglican Church, Petite Esperance, and interment will be at the Anglican Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Eric Dunstan Charles of St. Mary's Road, Grenville, who resided at Birtgrove St. Andrew, former Assistant Controller of Customs, passed away on Thursday, June 2nd, 2022. The funeral arrangements for the late Eric Dunstan Charles of St. Mary's Road, Grenville, who resided at Birtgrove St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Hugh Thomas, also known as Word, of Concord St. John, who resided at Chantymel St. Patrick, passed away on Tuesday, 31st May 2022, at the age of 85. The funeral arrangements for the late Hugh Thomas, also known as Word, of Concord St. John, who resided at Chantymel St. Patrick, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Lead-on Patrick John of Diego Peace, who resided at Samaritan St. Mark, passed away on Thursday, 26th May 2022. The funeral arrangements for the late Lead-on Patrick John of Diego Peace, who resided at Samaritan St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Rosanna Evans, also known as Linda Batiste of Soubise St. Andrew, passed away on Sunday 29th May 2022 at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Rosanna Evans, also known as Linda Batiste of Soubise St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Louis Amos Rouse, also known as Silvo and Big Bus of Westerhall St. David, who resided at Calavani St. George, a well-known bus driver of the Richmond Hill-Monjaloo main route and past president of Zone 3 and the National Bus Association, transitioned on Tuesday 24th May 2022 at the age of 60. The funeral arrangements for the late Louis Amos Rouse, also known as Silvo and Big Bus of Westerhall St. David, who resided at Calavani St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. James Hilaire, also known as J-Boy and Jamesy Boy, of Hermitage St. Patrick, who resided at River Road, St. George, passed away on Friday 27th May 2022 at the age of 86. The funeral arrangements for the late James Hilaire, also known as J-Boy and Jamesy Boy of Hermitage St. Patrick, who resided at River Road, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Alistair Thompson, also known as Wicho of Caliste St. George, passed away on Tuesday 31st May 2022 at the age of 70. The funeral arrangements for the late Alistair Thompson, also known as Wicho of Caliste St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Elizabeth Bowen Dumont, also known as Mammy's sister, of Byland St. Andrew, passed away on Monday, May 30th, 2022, at the age of 89. The funeral arrangements for the late Elizabeth Bowen Dumont, also known as Mammy's sister, of Byland St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. James Merrydale Croft, also known as Funny Man, of Park Lane, St. David, passed away on Thursday, 19th May 2022, at the age of 59. The funeral arrangements for the late James Merrydale Croft, also known as Funny Man, of Park Lane, St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Adela Leonard, also known as Awu, of Marquis St. Andrew, owner of Dell's Closet in Grenville, died on May 22nd, 2022, at the age of 34. The funeral arrangements for the late Adela Leonard, also known as Awu, of Marquis St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Evangeline Adeltris Batiste, also known as Dello, of New Hampshire St. George, passed away on Monday 23rd May 2022 at the age of 83. The funeral arrangements for the late Evangeline Adeltris Batiste, also known as Dello, of New Hampshire St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Jasper Anthony Griffith of Barbados, who resided at Mount Pleasant Carriacou and in Brooklyn, New York, passed away on Saturday 14th May 2022 at the age of 67. The funeral arrangements for the late Jasper Anthony Griffith of Barbados, who resided at Mount Pleasant, Carriacou, and in Brooklyn, New York, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Claudia Mary Phillip, née Brown, also known as Chiney Phillip, of Simoon, who resided at Grand Bras St. Andrew, passed away on Friday, May 20th, 2022, at the age of 71. The funeral arrangements for the late Claudia Mary Phillip, née Brown, also known as Chiney Phillip, of Simoon, who resided at Grand Bras St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Deron Francis of Crowshoe St. Andrew passed away on Thursday, 19th May 2022, at the age of 37. The funeral arrangements for the late Deron Francis of Crowshoe St. Andrew will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Shirley Myrtle Outram of Victoria St. Mark passed away on Friday, 13th May 2022, at the age of 95. The funeral arrangements for the late Shirley Myrtle Outram of Victoria St. Mark will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Cynthia Agatha Horsford, also known as Miss Cinty, of Belle Isle St. David, who resided at Grant Bacalet St. Andrew, passed away on Monday, 16th May, at the age of 84. The funeral of the late Cynthia Agatha Horsford, also known as Miss Cinty of Belle Isle St. David, who resided at Grant Bacalet St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Anne Coutain of La Fortune St. Patrick passed away on Monday, 16th May, at the age of 62. The funeral of the late Anne Coutain of La Fortune St. Patrick will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home.
Shaman Buckmeyer of Birchgrove St. Andrew died on Sunday, May 8th, 2022, at the age of 9. The funeral arrangements for the late Shaman Buckmeyer of Birchgrove St. Andrew will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Geraldine Victor née Elcock of Mardi Gras St. David, who resided at Molinaire St. George, died on Wednesday, May 4th, 2022, in Kentucky, USA, at the age of 63. The funeral arrangements for the late Geraldine Victor née Elcock of Mardi Gras St. David, who resided at Molinaire St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
And verse 13, blessed is the day that died in the Lord.